Ready for a deep dive into the world of Canadian spousal sponsorship applications? Today I will talk about 10 reasons why they get refused. Number 1. The sponsor is not eligible. For instance, the sponsor is under 18, has a criminal conviction, has outstanding child support or spousal support payments to make, or has been the subject of immigration enforcement. Also, there are some income requirements, and you need to show you are financially able to support the person you are sponsoring. For instance, you cannot qualify if you are receiving social assistance in Canada. Number 2, the applicant is not eligible. For instance, the fact the applicant had a criminal conviction or had prior trouble with immigration in Canada, or is considered a serious risk or has serious health problems may affect their chances to be sponsored. A little tip: many people don't realize they are not eligible to sponsor or to be sponsored, and they go through the whole process of putting together the application only to realize they are not eligible. So, double check if you are eligible before diving into the application process. Number 3, incomplete forms. If you are sending a form that is missing a lot of information, the officer has the right to send you the application back to you. For instance, leaving blank spaces on the forms can cause you a problem. Immigration Canada is very picky about the forms being completed properly. Your forms must be completed fully with no missing information. Also, make sure you are making no errors on your application forms. Even the slightest error, like forgetting to put your postal code, may cause immigration to return your application. Number 4, incorrect or outdated forms. Make sure you are using the correct forms which apply to your situation. Also, make sure you are using the most recent version of a form. Immigration Canada updates the immigration forms regularly, and they may return the application to you if you use an outdated form. Number 5, unsigned forms. Your form must be signed and dated properly. A form could be considered unsigned if it was digitally signed instead of a wet ink signature. Do not do that unless the form states that this is possible. Also, the application will be treated as unsigned if it's stale dated or post dated. The forms have to be signed within 90 days before the immigration receives the application. Also, it's not allowed to date them in the future. Number 6, missing documents. Use the checklist for this application to see what documents you need to include. I will put the checklist link in my video description for you to access easily. Depending on the home country of the applicant, immigration may ask for additional documents. Make sure you check if you have to provide additional documents, and if required, submit them as well. If you send an application with missing documents, the immigration officer may return it to you or allow you to provide those documents. Hey, I hope you are enjoying this video so far. If you are looking to immigrate to Canada without dealing with complicated and confusing immigration forms and rules, right below this video you'll find a link to book a call to speak with me or my team so we can tell you how we can make your immigration process less stressful. Now, back to the video. Number 7, not documenting the relationship. You need to provide some evidence that your relationship is genuine and ongoing. For instance, with an in-Canada application, you need to show that you are living together. I know it's difficult for some people to think about what kind of evidence to include to show their relationship is real, and therefore they miss addressing crucial aspects of their relationship. I have a video about how to document your relationship. Please check below to find the link for that video. Number 8, the application was mailed to the wrong address. Depending on where your spouse is currently living, the application has to be mailed to a different processing center. If your partner lives in Canada, send the application to Mississauga, Ontario. If they are outside Canada, mail it to Sydney, Nova Scotia. you need to make sure your application goes to the right address, or else it can be returned to you as well. Number 9. Certified copies and translations. For any documents that are not in English or French, you must include a certified copy of the original document along with the translation and an affidavit from the person who completed the translation. Number 10. Misrepresentation. Many sponsorship applications are denied due to misrepresentation. This happens when the immigration officer finds out that the information provided in your application is inaccurate. I'm talking here about two things: about the marriage or relationship of convenience and about the failure to disclose some information in your forms. Relationship of convenience or marriage fraud is when the relationship between the sponsor and the person being sponsored is not genuine. Your application must include sufficient evidence that the relationship is indeed genuine to satisfy the immigration officer's queries. Also, misrepresentation is when you are not disclosing something in the immigration forms, like a prior visa refusal, or that you have been arrested, or that you had a DUI in your home country. A DUI from another country is considered a serious crime in Canada, and it must be reported unless you are deemed rehabilitated according to Canadian legislation. So these are my top 10 reasons why your spousal sponsorship application can get rejected. For a successful application, remember to stay updated. Immigration laws and regulations can change. Keep up with the latest to avoid surprises. Seek help if confused. Reach out to us or to another immigration expert for guidance rather than guessing. Preparation is key. Before you send off your application, make sure you have all your papers in order. Double check everything to make sure you are not missing anything. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the notification button to get notified every time I post a video. Thanks for watching.